It's March 2020. The world has gone into lockdown, and I'm an amateur wildlife photographer with only my garden to fulfil my passion. So when a vixen decided to have a litter of 6 kits on my banking, I welcomed lockdown like an old friend. My vixen is a shy girl, not comfortable around people in the slightest, so I had my work cut out to get some shots of her. But most of my success lies with my camera trap, allowing me to see my vixen's development non-invasively. After weeks of watching her go in and out of the earth, one morning I caught sight of 2 tiny, vulnerable baby red foxes. This is the first year I have ever had a fox family right under my nose, and I was so excited to watch the family grow. Day by day I was counting how many kits were coming out of the earth to explore their immediate surroundings. For a while I thought I had 3, which was lovely, until one day I counted a maximum of 6. The real admiration for Mum from me was watching the kits suckle, then when they started going further afield, carrying them back one by one to the earth, where she hoped they would remain. But like any mischievous youngster, that wasn't on their agenda. They continued to grow and develop their own personalities. One little one would be the first one out each night and the last one to go back to bed. And 3 of them only came out when they needed to. Just like human siblings, there were some kits who were more argumentative with their brothers or sisters than others. But one morning, I reviewed my camera footage, only to find an empty earth. The vixen had moved her family away. As you can imagine, I was devastated. But this is not uncommon. Vixens sometimes move their kits to another earth without ever have been disturbed, just to make sure they are giving their kits the best chance of survival. But as we've been in lockdown, we've been spending more time in our gardens than usual, which means more gardening activities, and this has certainly been the case in my surrounding area. This may have worried my vixen and made her think about moving her little ones away. I thought she was gone for good, never to return to my garden. I sat wondering where she had gone. I'd become emotionally invested in this little family, watching their developments and longing for the day that the kits would come and play on my lawn. But just then, as I made a strong cup of Yorkshire tea, there she was, stood on the side of my pond, helping herself to the peanuts left out for the squirrel. I knew it was her because of that cautious look in her eyes. I watched on with delight. I was still sad that she wasn't living in my garden anymore, but it seemed that she hadn't gone far, using my garden as a through route to her new home where her 6 babies were waiting for her.